there comes a moment, quiet but undeniable, when you realize that the life you're living isn't really yours. It's made of borrowed beliefs, inherited fears, expectations you never agreed to, and a name you've been trying to live up to. Carl Jung believed that in order to truly live, you must first undergo a kind of death, not physical, but psychological. The death of the false self, the image you've clung to, the mask you've forgotten how to take off. Most people are terrified of this, and for good reason, because this death feels like chaos, like your foundation is cracking, like everything you believed about yourself is suddenly not true. But here's the secret Jung understood. This death is necessary, because you cannot become who you truly are until who you pretended to be falls apart. We build identities like armor. I'm the strong one. I'm the successful one. I'm the helper, the achiever, the one who has it all together. But these identities become cages. You begin to perform your life instead of living it. And over time, the real self, the raw, wild, honest part of you, gets buried beneath layers of roles and expectations. Until one day, the weight of that mask becomes too much, and it starts to crack. That's when the ego panics, because the ego doesn't want transformation. It wants control. It thrives on predictability, image, and certainty. But your soul wants something else, something real. And in order to find that, you must step into the unknown. You must let the old self die. Jung called this process individuation. The shedding of illusions, the breaking of inner patterns, the integration of everything you've denied. It is not easy. It's not clean. Sometimes it feels like madness. But this is the path to power. Not external power, but the quiet, unshakable power that comes from alignment with your true nature. Have you ever noticed that the people who seem the most grounded aren't the ones who've never struggled? They're the ones who've broken apart and then chose to rebuild with truth instead of image. Because only by dying to who you were can you begin to become who you really are. But here's the catch. This inner death won't wait for your permission. It shows up when your old ways stop working, when success feels empty, when approval no longer soothes you, when the person in the mirror feels like a stranger. That's the invitation, not a breakdown, but a breakthrough disguised as collapse. And if you're brave enough to let go, to stop clinging to the roles that kept you small, you'll discover something extraordinary. You never needed to find yourself. You only needed to stop pretending. Beneath the layers, you were always there, hidden in the silence, waiting to be remembered. So Jung's message is simple, but fierce. Die to the version of you that was built to survive, so you can live as the version of you that was born to thrive. This death is not an end. It's a return to soul, to wholeness, to a life that doesn't just look good, but feels true. And that is the beginning of real freedom. Not freedom from pain, but freedom from the illusion that you must always be something for someone else. So let yourself fall. Let the old story burn. Because in the ashes, you'll find the only thing that ever mattered. The truth of who you are, and the power that comes with it.
If this made you pause, if you're drawn to deeper truths and quiet strength, then you're in the right place. Like, subscribe, and keep exploring with us. See you in the next one.